What if I told you that by the year 2100, America will have underwater cities? AI-controlled governments, flying taxis, and a completely transformed population? Sounds like science fiction. Think again, because it's already beginning. Welcome to the introduction. And in this episode, we'll uncover how America will look in the year 2100 based on scientific projections, geopolitical trends, climate models, and the latest in emerging technology. Imagine it as the year 2100. The United States of America has transformed in ways both stunning and terrifying. Skyscrapers now tower not just in New York or Chicago, but across unexpected regions like Phoenix, Boise, and Des Moines cities, once considered small now booming with climate migrants. The coasts, much of Miami, New Orleans, and even parts of Manhattan have either been abandoned or drastically re-engineered to fight sea level rise. Massive seawalls surround San Francisco, and floating neighborhoods have emerged along the Gulf of Mexico. America's population has swelled to over 450 million. Driven by AI-optimized immigration policies and global climate refugees seeking stability, but that stability comes at a cost. The Southwest has become a brutal desert, where daytime temperatures regularly exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and water has become more valuable than oil once was. The Colorado River is nearly dry, and desalination plants line the Pacific coast. Entire regions of California are now uninhabitable, forcing millions to relocate northward into Oregon and Washington, turning those areas into economic powerhouses. Technologically, the U.S. is nearly unrecognizable. Autonomous electric vehicles dominate the roads, and human-driven cars are now considered heritage experiences like riding a horse today. High-speed vacuum trains, Hyperloops connect megacities in minutes. New York to Chicago in under 90 minutes. The skies are filled with vertical takeoff flying taxis. AI companions have replaced most service industry workers. And every household has at least one humanoid robot, not just smart assistants, but emotionally responsive machines. Politics in 2100 is no longer dominated by Democrats or Republicans, but by data-driven coalitions managed through re-predicted policy models. Voting is fully biometric and blockchain secured. California is split into 3 states, and Puerto Rico has become the 51st. Washington, D.C. is now a fully recognized state. The military has evolved into a cyber command-first force, with drone swarms, AI generals, and hypersonic missiles guarding the skies. Space Force? It now has permanent stations on the Moon and Mars. Where U.S. territories have begun resource extraction and colonization efforts, the cultural landscape has also changed. Traditional Hollywood is gone, replaced by virtual reality creators and AI-generated entertainment tailored in real time to individual users. Education is entirely personalized. Your child learns from an AI tutor that adapts to their brain's unique neural pattern. English remains the national language. Spanish and Mandarin are now mandatory in public schooling, reflecting America's new global partnerships. Religion has also changed, not disappeared, but transformed. Virtual temples, AI-assisted meditation, and faith-based metaverses allow Americans to practice spirituality in immersive digital realms. Economically, America is still a superpower, but no longer alone. It shares global dominance with AI-accelerated nations like India, United African Confederation, and a surprisingly united Southeast Asia. China has fractured politically, losing much of its influence. The US dollar? It still exists, but is almost entirely digital. with blockchain and quantum encrypted transactions now the standard. Climate disasters are routine superstorms, mega wildfires, and heat waves kill thousands annually. But America's infrastructure has adapted. Cities are built vertically, underground and even partially submerged. Massive drones drop emergency aid into storm-hit regions. And predictive climate AI now saves millions by evacuating areas days before disaster strikes. In the Midwest, once called America's breadbasket, vertical farms powered by solar grids now produce 10 times more food per acre, feeding a growing population without harming the environment. The workforce looks very different. Universal basic income is a reality. As AI and robotics have replaced most repetitive jobs, people now earn money through creativity, data contribution, or managing personal AI models. Healthcare as nanotech-driven diseases are caught before symptoms even emerge. An average life expectancy has reached 95. Some Americans now opt for full cybernetic integration. Robotic limbs, neural links, and AI-assisted cognition are optional but popular. But all this progress comes with challenges. Privacy is nearly extinct. Surveillance is everywhere, justified by public safety and biothreat management. Individual freedom has been traded in many ways for technological efficiency. Mental health is a crisis not because of poverty or war, but because of overstimulation, isolation, and identity confusion in a world where reality and virtuality blur. Still, America remains an innovator, a survivor, a paradox. In 2100, the United States is not the same country it was in 2025. It is stronger in many ways, weaker in others, and facing challenges we can barely imagine today. But one thing is certain: the choices we make now in technology, climate, politics, and education will define whether that future is utopia or dystopia. So as we look ahead to 2100, ask yourself, what kind of America do you want to help create? If you found this journey into the future thought-provoking, don't forget to subscribe to the introduction. Where ideas begin, the future unfolds.